What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Joey Chow with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's Mirage 2000 fighter jets have returned to the skies after a crash during a training exercise 2 weeks ago. President Taiwan went to Hsinchu Air Base on Friday in her capacity as Commander-in-Chief.
大家的任务都非常的繁重，但是我要告诉各位，这些战备训练不仅是要让国人安心，更是要让世界看见我们守护国家的决心。
Taiwan's entire Mirage fleet was taken out of service after one of the jets crashed into the ocean off the country's east coast. During her visit to the airbase, President Tsai met with the pilot of that plane, Huang Chongkai, who managed to eject safely before impact. The president also inspected the fleet and offered encouragement to the troops. Taiwan is considering extending its mandatory military service. Men born after 1994 have to serve 4 months of military conscription. But with the Russian invasion of Ukraine and an aggressive neighbor not far from Taiwan, some are now questioning if 4 months is long enough. TaiwanPlus reporter Bing Wan has more.
On high alert, reservists in Taiwan undergo training in a newly intensified program to improve the country's combat readiness. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the government began implementing measures to bolster its defenses. Now the country is debating whether to extend military conscription service from 4 months to 1 year. Some Taiwanese are excited about the prospect.
虽然我是台德混血，但是因为我几乎土生土长在台湾，所以我愿意为了这片国家、这片国土上战场。
But the debate that's been going on for weeks has raised concerns about when a decision will be made. On Thursday, Taiwan's defense minister Chou offered an apology for a lack of a concrete timeline.
我跟各位真的要致歉，目前我没有肯定答案，但我们按照这个期程在做，不会那么样的离谱。 对不对？时间一切，你早一天到标就没事，晚一天抱歉就变1年，不会有这种状况的。这一点是我很肯定的。
In the last few years, China has stepped up its military pressure on Taiwan through frequent incursions into the country's air defense zone. Beijing has also not ruled out a full-scale invasion. That's despite the fact that the People's Republic of China has never ruled Taiwan. But Russia's invasion of Ukraine has now prompted Taiwan's defense ministry to set up a group to study the tactics behind how a smaller country has managed to resist a much larger and better equipped enemy. Perhaps the group will shed more light on whether increasing the conscription time will make a difference in the country's readiness to defend itself. Chris Ma and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Civil defense drills have kicked off in Taiwan. The first round began in the southern city of Kaohsiung on Thursday. The exercises test the readiness of local governments to respond to emergencies like natural disasters. This year, for the first time, the drills simulated an attack from China. Some 1,600 people were involved. Members of the public practiced escaping from a plane brought down by a missile. First responders simulated a search for survivors in a collapsed building, and others made emergency repairs to water mains and power lines. Kaohsiung's mayor Chen Qimai said the wartime scenario was included this year because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. 10 more drills will take place around the country between now and June. Taiwan recorded 236 new cases of COVID-19 on Friday. 104 were local infections, a new daily high for this year. The remaining 132 cases were imported. The spike comes as Taiwan heads into a long weekend that includes Children's Day and the Tomb Sweeping Festival. Taiwan's power grid is ready to meet peak demand this summer. That's according to the country's economy minister. The reassurance comes despite a fire last month at a power plant in northern Taiwan and news that a COVID outbreak has delayed work on a new generator of another plant. Minister Wang Meihua's comments follow several blackouts in recent weeks, including a nationwide outage on March 3rd attributed to human error. The 13th Megaport Music Festival rocked the southern city of Kaohsiung last weekend with a record 100 acts and 100,000 attendees. Our reporter Yvonne Young went behind the scenes of one of Taiwan's most vibrant music events.
music, food, and the sea. This is Megaport Festival, one of the most iconic music festivals in Taiwan. Megaport director Danny Wang explains why they decided to hold it at Love Pier in the southern city of Kaohsiung.
就是因为高雄这个地方对我们来讲是一个非常开阔，然后这个港边的感觉视野非常的这个怎么讲外放吗？对，然后又是一个热情奔放。
This year, Megaport had 10 stages and a crowd of over 100,000 people. The organizers worked around the clock to pull it off without a hitch. But Megaport's Viv Liu says that not every year has been so easy. The harbor has been under construction for more than a decade.
所以因此我们的舞台其实也很艰巨，是要讨论是我们今年可以把这个舞台放这边，明年这个地方不能用了，他们在施工了，然后这里要盖轻轨了，然后这里要盖东西了，所以其实这个是很困难，但是相对是好的。
Megaport is pushing its limits every year. The city government even built a bridge to accommodate the festival.
乔姐不是说我们盖一条，是因为我们那时候人数已经到了一个程度，然后因为市政府其实文化局高雄市政府很相挺这个活动。我们说，我们没有办法再更多了。他说不行啊，要让更多高雄人一起来。我说没有地啊，他们去帮我们找，然后找说，后对面那个仓库，就是现在桥过去那个地方是可以用的。我们说，人怎么过去？说好像可以盖一条桥，然后这个我们哪可能想得到这种事情？我们这个连那个预算都在想的团队，谁在想盖桥的事情？
See this yacht that I'm standing on right now? It's not just a boat, it's Malu, one of the stages at Megaport Festival. And behind me on the shore, you can see people lining up, waiting to come on board with their favorite artist. Let me show you around. These fans and artists are embarking on an hour-long adventure. For singer-songwriter Linian, even though he's performed at Megaport before, this is nothing like last time.
这次是完全是新的一个尝试，就没有在大熊湾演出过，也没有在船上这样放歌过，对，完全是一个算蛮新的体验的。而且我刚刚就开关就打开了，我就是会有一个演出开关，就是私底下可能比较安静，但是演出的时候就会比较吵一点。
One of the most unique features of Megaport is the NGO Village. Back in 2015, the organizers created a space for people to learn more about civic groups and their missions. The village showcases the freedom of speech in Taiwan. So what makes Megaport so unique? For the organizers, it's the location, the massive harbor that gives the festival its name.
它不是只是海港旁边的一块地，它是让你环港的这种感觉。然后，所以以地景，然后再加上因为相对应的建设，不管是高流，不管是大港桥，它这个地景的指标性就非常的就是重要。然后我觉得，因此这个是无可取代，因为你不太可能有另外一个港口跟高雄港一样这么样的壮丽。
The story of Megaport is not just about a passionate group of musicians with a wild dream. It's about a whole city coming together and even changing the shape of the skyline to make way for a musical experience that you have to see and hear for yourself. Kamashi and Yvonne Young for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from here in Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we'll leave you with some footage of the Dubai Expo closing ceremony. I've been Joey Chou. Have a great night, and I'll catch you on the flip side.